Hey, I'm Bronson, and I want to talk about the Reddit community for Flesh and Blood. Now, the most popular community is the r slash Fabtcg community, and I'm on here a ton, just looking at what people's thoughts are and commenting and creating new threads. So, if you haven't subscribed to this subreddit and joined, I really recommend it. Like, it's awesome. Just hearing the different thoughts and opinions people have on the game and just seeing a bunch of different content is awesome because I'm on a bunch of other social media stuff like the Twitters and there's the Facebooks and the Instagram is being pushed pretty hard. Uh, I mean I'm on it. I created an account just to see the stuff, but at the end of the day, I think the Reddit community is really awesome and just the positivity and just the level of way people interact with one another. It's just something really special. I want to give two examples. So, the first example is on the Flesh and Blood Reddit community. I really wanted to see, like, hey, did anybody attend the Nationals tournament recently in New Zealand? And what was it like? What happened there? So I literally posted. I said, hey, if you attended Nationals, could you just tell me what it was like and how your games went? Even if you weren't the winner or anything, could you just tell me what it was like and what happened? And this guy was awesome. He wrote this huge essay on, hey, this is what it was like. We all went into the main room and I got to hang out with my friends and then labeled each one of his different matches and just explained what he was playing against and everything. It was so awesome. And what was cool is like it took me 30 seconds to write that and I got a bunch of upvotes because there's other people out there too who wanted to see the same stuff. They wanted to see a detailed rundown of what was happening. So it's just a great place to listen to other people and gather information about this amazing game. The other one, and I think you're gonna love this. So in the Flesh and Blood lore book, if you go to the third to last page, there's this big passage that's written in Latin, and on the left hand side you see the necromancer who's like this rune chant person who's crazed and making rune chant in the ground, and the Latin phrase on the right. I was like, oh man, like I really want to know what this says. I wanted to figure out what the dialogue is here. So I tried to Google translate all this stuff, and it turned out horrible, and I could barely get anything out of it. But then I had the brilliant idea. I went on the Latin subreddit and read it, and I posted a picture of the book, and I said, "Hey guys, I just kind of want to read what this says. It's in Latin. Can anybody translate?" And I think it was either 30 minutes or an hour later, a dude, just some random guy, posted back and said, "Hey, that phrase is actually from this old book from the 1600s, and this is what the book name was, and it was infamous, and this is the guy who wrote it, and this is the translation." And he translated the entire thing of Latin. So, I mean, even if you don't use Reddit for Flesh and Blood, I'd highly recommend it. Even if you're trying to do some random things, or you have some weird ass question like, what does this whole phrase mean in Latin? It's a great source of information. That's why I love it. And just the community in general is incredibly nice, incredibly welcoming. And if you ask a question, I haven't seen so far anybody bashing anyone for weird questions. It's always in a positive light, like, hey, great question. Here's the answer. And you can ask anything. Yeah, I've seen people try to sell their collections on here. People are trying to learn more about the mechanics of the game, or just have videos or content. So it's a really great place. And I'll scroll down a little bit. And what I really want to do more in my channel is have videos that are on certain threads and subreddit. And I think that there's just so much awesome thoughts that really warrant me talking about it and really explaining my views on it. And I just think it's really cool. There's a lot of original opinions, and I really love it, man. So I'll just go down a little bit and see different subjects. So pinned by the monitor, it looks like the Fab TCG spoilers are on there. Oh, that's cool. If you're into spoilers, there you go. There's some rule question here. If you had a question about the rules, it looks like someone had a quick question. You see people commented. Then you got some ad there that you don't want to look at. Then, has anyone gotten their cards graded yet? Oh, that was a really good subject. Apparently, this guy tried to grade some cards in through I think through PSA, and it didn't work out very good. He got them sent back, but it's just interesting because let's say you were thinking about submitting stuff through PSA, and you read this article, you're like, oh well, maybe I'll save my money and not send them to PSA yet. It doesn't look like they grade them yet, and they could send them back. And then, oh yeah, and look, there's this new guy. Hey, Magic the Gathering player looking for something new. Is there a player locator tool around? More information. People who are just trying to figure out more about the game. And then, I mean, this is a really cool post I like too. At least five productions. They have a YouTube channel. They're a really cool bunch of guys. Basically, it's just two guys open up a Crucible War booster box and they filmed it and said, "Hey, we're just having fun. We're opening a box and yeah, cool stuff." And oh yeah, there's this one too recently where this guy made a playmat for Flesh and Blood, and the playmat looked really cool. And what they did is Legend Story Studios sent the guy these three cards that are signed by the artist to him and said, "Hey, thanks for making that playmat, man. That was really nice of you to make that, and we really love it." And that really just goes to show more how Legend Story Studios cares about the game. And I know I've gone through a good amount of stuff. I'll stop here, but you get the picture that this Reddit group is really for anyone who has any questions about the game. You can even be selling your collection, or let's say a question about the mechanics, anything you want to know, just go for it. Ask it. And what's funny enough is you might think, oh, well, this is a dumb question. This is my question. No, there's probably a lot of people who are thinking the same thing as you are. And whatever you can post and have questions about, there's the community is there with open arms. So, one thing before I leave it off, I want to mention, so I created a subreddit and it's called Fabtcg Market. It doesn't have any activity so far. I'm just setting it up right now. But what's cool about it is that I've noticed a lot of people are trying to sell their collections and sell cards on the normal Fabtcg subreddit. And I was like, oh, well, might as well make a subreddit just for the secondary market of Flesh and Blood. And what's nice is you can create new posts and say, hey, like I'm buying or I'm selling, and you can make deals through there or any such thing where you'd like to buy or sell and make contacts. So I think I'll make a follow-up video. Just wanted to explain that there's a Fabtcg market Reddit that has zero activity so far. But if you're thinking about joining the Reddit community, join this one too. And if you want to sell some, buy stuff, well, here's a thing, a nice little tool. Hopefully it gets some traction. But other than that, guys, yeah, I would highly recommend Flesh and Blood. The Reddit group is awesome. r/Fabtcg, great community, very positive, and there's just a lot of awesome information that you can get. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you learned something, and hope to see you on the Reddit because I'm posting a lot. Later.